Okay.
Hey everyone, Crone Essence Cathedra is coming at you from deep in the heart of the piney woods of East Texas.
Hi everyone, this is Crone Cobarra coming at you from northern Arizona near Sedona.
And this is Crone Ariane talking from the far north Queensland in Australia. Nice to see you.
Hey ladies, and glad y'all are here. And let's say a big welcome to everyone joining us for the very first edition of, let's say it together, 1, 2, 3, Crone Conversations.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, our first one. And just grab a drink, glass of wine, cup of tea, cup of coffee, and join us.
Because you don't know what we're going to be talking about. We do these conversations between the three of us almost every day, and we could be talking about the weather or the traffic or something really deep and meaningful.
Yeah. So here we are. Okay, as you all, or a lot of you are probably starting to figure out now, we're expanding our repertoire and moving into podcasting. So this is our first attempt at podcasting as the IKOK, the International Coalition of Crones. And man, can we talk.
Oh my.
No problem there. No problem.
Yeah. Podcasting was made for the loquacious, and we are that. So
I think I might have to go and get a dictionary. It is early morning here in Australia. Find out what loquacious means.
Loquacious means someone who talks a lot.
Oh, there we go. That's us all the way through.
Exactly.
Yeah. And to be perfectly honest, the first time someone called me loquacious, I even remember who it was and where it was. I had to look it up too. So, wow, we are excited about this. We, as you all very well know, we are still doing the IKOK chats that we do now periodically on Zoom, just because life has gotten busy. And so we do want to let everyone know this is not replacing the chat that we do on Zoom and that are put up on YouTube. This is in addition to, this is everyday talk. Like I said, this is sort of almost a behind the scenes of the IKOK, you might say. Like Ariane said, we do this almost every day. A lot of times we are focused on preparing for the chats for IKOK, but just lots of other work. We talk about everything under the sun. Like she said, could be the weather, could be the frustrations of the day.
It could be the noise of the lawnmower man outside my house.
Yes.
Yeah. And it could be the workings of the universe. And the truth of the matter is, it's always going to be all of those things, because you know why? You cannot separate the physical from the spiritual.
No, we can't.
That one is indelibly written in my brain.
Well, then my work on this planet is complete.
And the other one, Essence, that you taught me that is like sort of privately etched all over my forearms is everything is energy.
Yeah, just like Tesla, energy, frequency, and vibration. It's all energy. It's all consciousness. Yeah. So, ladies, with that all stated, and now everybody knows what we're trying to do here. What are we going to talk about? What do we want to? Okay, now I do know. Okay, to be fair, I do know that first of all, I myself personally, now Crone Cobarra, she's a little more organized. I'm going to say.
Really? I'm trying.
Yeah, I'm definitely one of those fly by the seat of my pants kind of gals.
Mm.
And but we also, and I'm going back to a few years here when Kira and I first started doing programs on Blog Talk Radio. And the name of that program was Flowing with Spirit, because we just really never knew exactly what we were going to talk about. We just knew we were going to flow and let spirit talk. And that's what we're going to do today. And that's what we're going to do in these crone conversations. These little short chats, we aim at keeping these maybe 30 minutes long at the most. Hey, by the way, are one of you other ladies watching the time?
Yeah.
I just remembered, so I've taken a wild guess at when we started.
Okay,
Yeah.
it don't have to be exact.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And the reason they're doing that and they're being in charge of the time watching is because I'm out here walking. This is my habit. And so let's just start there. We're going to talk more kind of today on this first one, some of the physical things that we incorporate into our life to make our life better in the sense of less stressful, better in the sense of taking better care of our physical self. Because taking care of our physical self is very much a part of taking care of our spiritual self. And any of you who followed us on the IKOK know that. So I walk, I do yoga, I do Tai Chi. I'm actually just became certified as a Tai Chi instructor. I'm in the process of becoming certified in Qigong and traditional Chinese medicine. Those things to me are very important and a very big part of my life. And so with that shared, Kabaha, what are some of the everyday things?
Well, walking is my main one. I mean, I've got self-care practice, I would say, daily routine. And walking for me is part of my self-care practice. It helps me to ground my energy, which is very important. And quite often I do it around my neighborhood. I'm surrounded by pine trees. It's absolutely beautiful. And I managed to connect with my neighbors as well. We're having interesting conversations sometimes. So yeah, that's my main daily practice, I would say, to stay not only healthy physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Because quite often during my walks is when I connect with my higher self and I get information, sometimes key information for my work. Over to you.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, well, hang on.
Yeah.
Ariana.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and that's exactly even how I was going to make that point. That's exactly even how we do the work with all the IKOK stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It just like we're doing now.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. We just allow the flow of information and knowledge to come through. Absolutely. And it expands upon itself as we come together. That group collective conscious mind, ability. Okay, Ariane, I'm sorry.
No, that's cool. Essence and Kabaha both walk, and this is my plan. I used to be an incredibly physical person. Illness sort of paid a little bit to that. And 4 years ago, I actually had a fairly major accident, which resulted in a ton of metal being put in my ankle. And that has meant that I haven't been able to exercise, particularly in the way that I like. My physical body has deteriorated. And I am just about to step out onto starting again. In 2 days' time, I go and get all this metal in my leg removed, which hopefully will allow me the freedom from pain and stiffness and improve my mobility. And so as of 2 days ahead, well, Friday, I plan on waking up from this surgery and standing by myself. And from there, I aim to get into this whole walking habit again. And I'm so looking forward to it. At the moment, right now, my physical health is very, very tied to my emotional health and my spiritual health. And I sit on the deck of my house, which is right over the water. And I talk to the fish and the crabs and the birds and the trees, and I come into a nice centered space.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what
I
I
think,
do.
yeah, and all of these different ways, there's like, we want to make it understood that we're not saying, oh, if you don't do this, if you don't do that, you
Absolutely.
know,
Oh
you
no,
know,
no,
we're
it's
just
different.
sharing what works for us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's very different. But what I've noticed as well, when I go on my walks, I always meet the right people in a sense that they're always surprised. They can see I'm walking regularly every day. And they ask me, but why do you do it? So it's about sharing the information, sharing the
Mhm.
experience, and hopefully you're going to give them the inclination to do it. And I know for a fact, yesterday there is a lady, and I know she's 88. She has problems walking, but she said to me, I was so proud of myself because I managed to walk like it was about 150 yards to go to the
Yes.
letterbox. And she
That's
was so
major. That's
proud.
awesome.
Exactly. And she
That
was
is
so
awesome.
proud to share the
Yeah.
information with me. And I said to her, well done. And this is what I'm
Yeah.
saying to people. Don't do what I'm doing. I'm younger than you. I may be fitter than you. What you do, you try to find the balance, what you feel
Exactly.
comfortable with. You don't want to walk for the sake of walking and suffering. No, you want to enjoy it. And I was so proud of her. And I told her that, exactly
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I was in a similar position a while ago, or quite a while ago now, where I'd been told I had to start using a wheelchair, and I went, no, thank you, I'm not doing that. So I'm actually going through another cycle in some respects, in that I'm going to be restarting to walk again. And like that lady, I just started with really, really small bits. And this is what I encourage everybody who says, oh, I'm not into going outside, doing this, that, and the other.
Mhm.
Just take a tiny step. You don't have to run a mile. Just
No.
take a tiny step and get started in something that brings you some sort of pleasure and
Mhm.
also helps to improve your physical health. It's so important to
I
do
do
the
think, right. And I'm sorry, I do think in this respect right here, I really feel like, honestly, it wouldn't even matter if you were in a wheelchair. Okay.
exactly.
Just
Yeah,
if being
push yourself
outside,
along.
get
Yeah,
outside, get in that
Exactly.
fresh air,
Fresh
get
air.
into that energy of nature, get
Absolutely.
into that openness, get into that space that just allows literally your heart to sing.
Exactly.
yes, yes.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
can't agree more with that. So it's not a
Yeah.
competition. That's what I'm
Oh
saying.
God, no. It
Exactly.
Come on, guys, we're all different at the end of
yeah.
the day.
If
But
you're in competition, you're doing something wrong.
exactly. No, but that's what I'm saying, because sometimes people are feeling awkward because they know I'm
Yeah.
younger than them. And I say, you know what? I'm doing it now because when I reach your age, I want to be quite fit. I want to do my best to carry on. And obviously, I'm going to adapt according to my age when I'm going to get older.
Yeah,
But it's to do something you enjoy.
that's right. And if
Shouldn't be a
motivation is
burden.
an issue, yeah, if
Yeah.
motivation is an issue, find a friend
Yeah.
to do it with.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
Exactly.
fix the
Yeah.
time, I'll meet you at 5 o'clock and we'll go for a walk. You know you're going to do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing so many more and more. We're seeing this, and I know it's not just me. I know everyone is probably going to say the same thing. Seeing more and more people of an advanced physical age, as we say in the politically correct circles.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, that's going to
Exactly.
include us soon.
Yeah, because heaven knows I'm politically correct. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
But I'm seeing more and more people at a much older age that are, I mean, doing yoga, who are walking 10 miles a day. My dad, as an example, and of course, he was always, there was a time he was very overweight, blah, blah, blah. He had health issues, and then he took control.
Mhm.
Okay. And when he died at 86, but from the time he was, I'm going to guesstimate, because, it's been a while, time gets away. I know for the last 20, 25 years of his life, he took control. all right, of his
Mhm.
health. Do you know that that man at 80, 81 years old walked 10 miles a day, every day, except
Mhm.
Sunday,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
he was a churchgoer. He was actually a deacon, but 10 miles a day. Now, I'm 5'9". I have a 36-inch inseam. I got long legs, in other words. Okay. My dad was 5'9". His legs weren't nearly as long, and I was much younger.
Mm.
I could not keep up with that man walking.
Mhm.
He walked so fast. So it really doesn't have to do with age.
No,
We are
exactly.
evolving as a physical species.
And
We
to be
are.
Yeah.
fair, that's what I'm saying to people. It's never too late. It's
Yeah,
never too
Mm-mm,
late to get
mm-mm.
fitter and healthier.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
That's one of the things I'm very aware of because I'm the oldest of the crowns, and I'm probably the most unfit of the crowns at the moment. But if I don't do something now, then
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to hit that old age with a reasonable length, reasonable feeling of health, which is something that's really important to do.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I also think, for me personally, just from my perspective, this mindset, and I know women especially tend to kind of think this way, even if they don't think they think this way. In other words, sort of those subconscious thoughts. They're like, oh yeah, but I need to be, if I'm going to do this, I need to be able to do it like I did when I was 21. I need to
Yes.
look like I did when I
Absolutely.
was 21. No.
No is
Uh-uh.
the answer. You have to adapt accordingly. And the key here is to listen to your body.
Yeah.
Listen to your body.
Absolutely.
You will get
Yeah.
signs. If you go overboard, you'll get the
Oh,
signs. You say, you've gone too far.
that brings to mind a meme, as those of you who follow me and or the IKOK or all of us on Facebook and social media, I am the meme queen. But even doing an episode of your daily meme, 366 days of wisdom, getting up there, getting pretty close to having that completed. And then it's going to go into a book form. Anyway, but one I put out just the other day, and I don't remember it verbatim, so I'm going to paraphrase it, it was, you will never be able to see you through the eyes of another.
Yeah,
It's true.
it is
So
so true.
to me, what that says is, sounds cliche almost, but let's kind of take that a little deeper even, than that average cliche thing. Because the surface part of that is, don't compare yourself to others. Don't judge yourself by, standing next to another. And the thing about it is, don't accept, okay, consciously, subconsciously, energetically, do not accept how others see you, and let that become who you think you are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
totally agree. And I will add to that. If, let's say, you do realize you need to become healthier, fitter, and at a certain age, okay, well, compare. The word compare is not compared to others, but compare yourself maybe 10 years ago, because I can tell you where I am now in my 50s, I am definitely healthier and fitter than in my 40s.
Oh, I know I am.
And definitely, I can tell you that straight away. So,
Yeah.
that's another way to look at it as well.
And I'm the other way around. So 10 years ago, I was a lot fitter than I am now. But
you know what?
in a way, but that doesn't have to stop you saying, well, I might not get back to that point, but I need to get to be the best I can at this point.
Your optimal you, just like the Bodhi tree work, the return to the Bodhi tree. It's about becoming your optimal you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you have to be realistic about that as well, because you know,
Yeah.
there's not many. I mean, I was ranked in the top 5% fittest people in the world at one point. That is an extreme optimal thing. And I could sit in the energy of thinking, oh, well, I'll never get back to there again. And just, you know, don't worry about it. It's too late. Whereas now I can adjust that system, that thought of what is optimal. What is optimal for me is going to be able to walk 2 or 3 kilometers without pain. That is perfect for me. And then when I can do that, I'll adjust that. My optimum will become a little bit more progressed. Take it forward as you need to. Yeah.
Literally one step, one tiny goal at a time.
Exactly.
You know, and find that goal that, because people will ask us, you know, okay, well, what do I need to do first? And you know what? I cannot tell you what you need to do first. Only you can tell you what you need to do first. And that's to me is goes hand in hand with what Ariane was just saying about, you know, be realistic.
Yeah.
Okay. And in that being realistic, you need to be really honest with yourself. You need to sit down and have a good hard talk with yourself. You know.
Yeah, I had to do that one. I've had to do that one a couple of times. In fact, I didn't do that one, and I, despite my ankle issue and such like, I decided I was going to go back and teach belly dancing, and I was going to go back and teach fitness. Well, 6 weeks later, back on major medication. No, I can't do that. That is not realistic. So I had to disappoint the people who joined my classes, but I had to be realistic. So start small and build from there.
It's important, because I know for a fact I can go overboard in my, as Essence said.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can. I used to. I'm a wiser woman now, I would say. But when I was younger, my goals were very unrealistic. And what's happening is you don't reach your goal, and you're thinking, you know what?
And you give up.
And you give up because you think you're a loser. So don't go into that.
Yeah, I can't do that. So set smaller goals.
Yeah, exactly. Just one step at a time, and let's get, you know, in that place where the goals are realistic and not.
Okay.
I think I'll take that as my new motto, Freddie, one step at a time, because it's literally going to be that from this next
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm just hearing. Okay, going back to that, people often ask, okay, what should I start with? Where do I start? And I said, you know, I can't tell you where to start. You have to decide. And that's true. I'm not taking that back. Okay, but I'm going to add this to it. I'm going to say, okay, you need a place to start. Okay, because I'll be honest. Let's just be really, really honest. When I remember when I was in that position, and I would ask someone who I saw had been very successful in changing their life around for the better for them, you know, in lots of areas, whether it was physical, emotional, mental, whatever, doesn't matter. And I would say, well, tell me, how did you do it? Where do I start? How do I do this? And then they would give me some glib answer, kind of like what I just did with that one, you know, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it was always really disappointing. And I would stand there and go, yeah, you know, I get it. You're right. You know, but inside I'm going, yeah, well, that was a lot of friggin' help.
When people ask me that question, I start, you get up out your armchair.
Okay. Yeah, well, that's a good one. But my what I just heard to offer, I'm going to put it that way, as your place to start, I'm going to offer your place to start. That first goal is, I want you to get to the point where every day you literally physically stand in the front of the mirror and look in it, and you look at you and you see you as beautiful. No matter what you physically look like, no matter what kind of mental and emotional wreck you know you are inside, you look in that mirror and you see your beauty. Because that is what you are searching to chisel all of the nonsense off of and let flow out.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful note to start winding down from. We've got about 5 minutes left.
Okay, great. So this has been awesome, ladies. I have enjoyed this immensely.
Mhm.
We just decided to do this, these new Crone conversations on this new podcast. We're not going to say we're going to do anything exactly, because you know what? We are going to fly by the seat of our pants every day. We are going to be free, and we are going to move and flow through this. But we will
Exactly.
be back. We will be back.
Oh, absolutely. That was really enjoyable.
Very
Yeah.
enjoyable. So
And
natural.
and well, I guess some people call us natural.
natural.
I've been called a lot of other
The
things too.
Crohn's, we're
but,
not natural, we're awesome.
Okay, but we'll be back, and we do plan on starting this new IKOK podcast known as Crone Conversations, and we do hope that you'll subscribe and follow, and whatever the terminology is. We're so new to this podcast thing. I'm not even sure what the terminology is, but hunt us down, okay? No matter what, hunt us down, become a part of this. And I can tell you one thing, in the future, probably in the very near future, we will have opportunity to invite you all to join us on these conversations and actually speak your piece and put your 2 cents in, as we say. So until the next time, ladies, right? Find us on Facebook, our websites, all of that. You know the routine. YouTube, don't forget that one. Okay. See y'all later. Ladies.
Well, bye for now. Talk to you soon.
And I look forward to our next get together. Our chats each day are always interesting, always have something interesting, basically. These things are going to be exactly the same. See you next time.
All right. Goodbye, y'all. Hang on.
Still recording.
Yeah.
So why are you talking?
Because I'm a crone.